forgotten. She demanded the courts be dissolved, and that the rulers of Faery step down and acknowledge her as the true and only queen of the Never Never. Naturally, the other rulers refused, and the war with the Forgotten began. At that moment, Keirran made his choice. And it was Destroyer. He betrayed his court, turned his back on his family, and joined the lady in her quest to conquer the Never Never. And even though I had known it could happen, even though the prophecy had foretold it, it was still a devastating blow for both Meghan and myself. Keirran was stubborn, idealistic, and once he set his mind to something, there was no changing it. But I hadn't thought him capable of betraying his entire court. Meghan took a quiet breath. I could sense the struggle within. The desire to know what had happened to our son, balanced against the duties and obligations of the Iron Queen. Faery wasn't safe. We had just returned from the Wildwood, after battling a vicious new monster that nearly killed us all. I still ached, muscles battered and bruised from the power of the creature's attacks. There had been 5 of us. Myself, the Iron Queen, Robin Goodfellow, an Iron Fairy named Coal Eater, and a Forgotten called Nyx. And even then we barely managed to bring down the creature, only to discover the threat to the Never Never was far from over. In fact, it was only beginning. Meghan knew this. A shadow had fallen over Faery, the echo of a new prophecy hovering over it like a storm. The end has begun. Evenfall is coming. Faery and every living creature that exists under the sun are doomed. I stepped close to Meghan and put my hands on her shoulders, feeling them tremble beneath my palms. Leaning in, I murmured, "I can find him, Meghan. If you need to return to Mag Tura, I'll take Puck and Grim, and we'll go look for Keirran. Grim can lead us to Touchstone, and from there we'll see what happened to the capital and where Keirran could have gone. You don't have to come with us this time." "No." She reached up and squeezed one of my hands. "I need to know what happened to Touchstone. Why it suddenly vanished. If another one of those monsters is responsible for its destruction, you'll need my help to take it down. Besides..." She paused, a shadow of pain crossing her face. "If something happened to Keirran, if one of those creatures got to him like they got to Puck, I want to know. I want to see it for myself. If both of us are there this time, maybe that will be enough to bring him back." My insides felt cold. The monster we had fought and killed was unlike anything I had ever seen before. A physical manifestation of hate, rage, fear, and despair. It poisoned the land around it, tainting everything with dark glamour and negative emotions, and worst of all, it was able to bring out the shadow side of any living creature it touched. I had seen this firsthand with Puck, where he had been transformed into a fairy consumed by jealous anger and vicious spite. The Robin Goodfellow of old. The Robin Goodfellow who was still furious with me for stealing away Meghan, who held a grudge for all the times I tried to kill him. Not that I blamed him. Fortunately, Puck had been able to fight through that darkness and return to his normal, carefree, irreverent self. But I knew what Meghan was thinking, and I shared her fear. Keirran had already shown himself capable of turning on and betraying everything he loved. Would we venture into the between to find our son had turned into a soulless enemy once more? I leaned close to Meghan, feeling her grip on my hand tighten. "We'll find him," I said quietly. "We'll find him, and whatever it takes, we'll bring him home." She nodded once, then stepped away to gaze down at the still kneeling Glitch.